Okay, so we are already in step 3 of our e-tech project for social change. So in step 3, we are about to build an identity since we already have we already identified what would be the topic, your campaign topic and campaign focus would be. Let us now try building your identity starting from the campaign name and then later on the slogan, the objective, as well as the visual of your campaign, which is your campaign logo. So these are some tips and guidelines on how to write or create this tools for others or your audience to identify you as a campaign or as a social media movement. So first is the campaign name. So the campaign name should be short. It must be under 3 to 4 words. So if your campaign name is more than 4 words, maybe you are actually working on a campaign slogan, not a campaign name. The campaign name needs to be short and simple because you need your audience to easily remember your campaign name. Another one is it should be when they key in your campaign name in the search bar, it should be easy and easy to do. Ano? If it's complicated and hard to remember or too long, the audience might not have the patience ano po, to search or to look for your campaign name. So it should be short and simple but functional. When I say functional, you have to think of what's the purpose of a campaign name. So your campaign name needs to give your audience an idea what the campaign is about. If able, it should also be able to give them a hint of what your Facebook page will feature. What will be the content of your Facebook page? So it can be either in Tagalog or English. So I really like this campaign name. She can STEM. She can STEM. So we all know that STEM in the STEM field, which involves engineering, architecture, medicine, and different sorts of sciences, is a very male-dominated field. When we say male-dominated field, in the professional world, there are more male engineers, for example, than female engineers. So this campaign encourages young students, young female students, to also pursue a career in STEM. So if that is their objective, what did they do to accomplish that? So in their campaign site, they featured several stories of women who had success in the STEM field. So, for example, Sierra builds rockets for a living. Chelsea is a software engineer. Bonnie leads a video game studio. So, if we click on the icons, we will be able to read the full stories their um, their the pictures of them at work. But going back to the campaign name, she can STEM. So they use the pronoun she. So we, the audience, already have an idea who their target audience is. So she is a pronoun for female, for uh, for girls, diba? Now she can STEM. So by putting the word STEM, which is that an important word or focus of their campaign, we have an idea that this is about that maybe this is about the STEM profession, ano po. And then she can do it, you can do it too. So she can STEM. So already just by reading um, the whole campaign name, it's setting the tone that it is inspiring and empowering. Ano po? Its name suggests that the campaign aims to encourage other young female students to pursue a career in STEM. So what I want to emphasize here is the economy of words. So you only have 3 to 4 words and you have to make it work. You have to make it simple and but memorable, and you have to the campaign name should give the audience an idea. Ano po? Dapat na pag-isipan. So this is also what you will tell your audience, your other students, or what is your campaign in e-tech. So it should sound good and dapat na pag-isipan. Dapat meron kang justification why that is the best possible campaign name for the class. So, if you want to learn more about how to choose a Facebook page name, you can go to this site. Okay, the second one is the campaign slogan. So again, a slogan is a tagline. When you say tagline, tag, in English, tag means to go along, kasama, kasama ng ano, ng campaign name. Okay? So in the advertising world, 'di ba? For example, the brand name Nike or Nike, when we hear that the brand name Nike, we already know the tagline or their slogan, 'di ba? Just do it. When we heard about the brand name Jollibee, we know the tagline, Bida ang saya. Okay? So the name and the slogan should go hand in hand to inform your audience, or in the case of advertisement, your customers. What is your core message? What do you stand for? Okay po. It is recommended that it is less than 8 words. And it doesn't need to rhyme. When we think about slogan, akala natin we need to create a sort of salawikain or kawikaan or kasabihan kung saan gagawa tayo ng dalawang linya tapos yung dulong mga salita ay magtutugma ang tunog. So it's not you are not encouraged to do that. Ano po? Pwede yung mga simpleng tagline lamang. Basta the purpose is it reinforces, or it helps the audience. It helps the campaign name rather explain to the audience what you want to do in your campaign. What is the movement all about? So here are some examples. So Seize the Awkward is a campaign for suicide prevention. So looking at the logo nila, ano po, here inside the text bubble, di ba when you see a text bubble, people are, ginagamit yan in cartoons or in manga to contain what the characters, the drawings or the characters are drawn, are saying or talking about or thinking. So Seize the Awkward. Awkward meaning uncomfortable. Di ba when we have conversation about mental health or our problems with our feelings, expressing our feelings, our emotions, our worries in our head, it's sometimes difficult to talk about that. It's awkward, it's uncomfortable to talk about that. And for some people, hindi na nila, dahil wala silang makausap, makadamay, it sometimes lead them to harming themselves. Ano po? So, ang nakitang solusyon ng campaign na ito is to encourage people to be more open about their mental health issues, to be comfortable talking about it with their friends. So, ang kanila naging slogan, since that is their campaign goal, objective, that is their core message, their slogan is, be the friend who listens. Okay? Another one is Feeding America. So this campaign came into existence during the COVID-19 pandemic. So during the COVID-19 pandemic, there are issues in unemployment, those who are, sabihin natin na lay off, they are not able to now feed their families, for example. So the solution of Feeding America is to ask for donations, so that the donations will be given to local food charity and food banks, as well as your local neighbors, so that people suffering from hunger due to unemployment can have food in their table. This is an emergency response, kumbaga. So since that is the objective of the campaign, what is the slogan? We came together to feed our neighbors. Okay po. We came together, so parang seeking unity, kasi they're asking for donation, ano po, community, diba? Feed our neighbors, community, kindred spirits. Third one, campaign objective. So if campaign slogan is a one-liner, campaign objective, you can have several campaign objectives, and you can have several sentences explaining what your goals are. Okay? The campaign objective must be smart. specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. First, relevant, yung iyong objective, if it will result to positive change, ano po, magiging kapaki-pakinabang once it is accomplished. Attainable, it's doable. You have the skills, the resources, the time to accomplish that objective. Time-bound, I gave you already the campaign dates. It will only be for 10 days. Specific, so be attention to detail is necessary here. When I read your campaign objective, I should be able to understand what you want to do, what online activities will you do in your Facebook page, and measurable. What do you want to measure? You want to measure if your campaign is a success or not a success. Not a success. So what would make it successful is if you are able to accomplish your objective. So your campaign objective is something that you will be able to see in the About section of the Facebook page. And it should describe fully to the audience what the campaign wants to accomplish, what's your mission statement, kumbaga, by means of its offline, online activities and events. So for example, if ang topic ay reproductive health awareness for adolescent and youths AYs, ano yung mga possible objectives? So when you write your objective, it is recommended na gumamit kayo ng mga verbs. Boost up, motivate, engage, provide. So do you want to boost off information about AYs, about reproductive health awareness to AYs? So in this case, you will be sharing links, diba? And blog posts and news articles and research results about reproductive health. Ano yung mga bagay na dapat nilang malaman? Do you want to engage them in discussions about reproductive health? So in this case, your online activities will be online symposiums and webinars and open forum. Do you want to provide counseling services and opportunities? So in this case, dapat may contact person ka mga expert and doctors, reproductive health workers. So this is an actual Facebook page, Mental Health PH. So obviously, their goal is to advocate for mental health. So this is a screenshot of their Facebook page. So that's their logo. Take a look. It looks very simple. Ano po? So ito yung objective nila. Mental health is a social media advocacy group, Mental Health PH rather, that aims to provide and protect mental health in the Philippines through social media and internet technologies. So these are the objectives. And we achieve this by engaging both online and offline community in promoting and protecting mental health, educate to end the stigma, improve access to mental health information, services, and care. So ito yung objectives nila. With that objectives in mind, ito yung naging kanilang mga events. So since those are the objectives of the Mental Health PH, ito yung mga naging activities nila during the Mental Health Month. Ano po, last October 2022. So for example, they had a series of lives, Facebook and IG lives, discussions and webinars about their theme, which is #LiveKindly. So this is the calendar of their activities. So October 9, ito yung talk nila. Does kindness have a space in social media? October 10, Usap tayo, kindness to self. October 16, how can we stay kind while trying to save an unkind world? October 23, is kindness worth investing in? Okay? So I hope you're able to see the parallel in their objectives and doon sa ginawa nilang online activities. That is the reason why you would have to think about online events and activities. Kasi otherwise, you won't accomplish anything. You won't accomplish your objectives. Last and finally is your campaign logo. So your campaign logo is a symbol or a design that is used to identify your campaign. So pag nakita dapat yung iyong campaign logo, the audience should already have an idea what the campaign is all about. O kaninong campaign yon. whose campaign is that? Ay, campaign niya ng piety o ng courage. Di ba, when we think about McDonald's, we already know the symbol or their logo. The golden arches, yung parang letter M for McDo. When we think about Nike, we know the logo, the checkmark logo. When we think about Jollibee, the face of Jollibee comes into mind. Okay? So, magandang mapag-isipan at mapaghandaan yung campaign logo because this is something that you will put in your profile picture. Together with the campaign name, palagi itong lalabas in the newsfeed every time you post something. So it should not be overly complicated. Simple yet memorable dapat yung ating style. Otherwise, pag hindi agad siya nag-register at one glance sa ating audience, mahirap siyang alalahanin, 'di ba? It would not be easy to remember. You should also be mindful about the typography and the color scheme. When I say typography, what font style, font size, even the spacing in the text between the letters. You should think about that. As well as the color scheme. In McDonald's, their color scheme is red and yellow. Nike usually uses the black and the white. Jollibee is the red and the white. Diba? Kasi dapat uniform or consistent yung paggamit mo dito in the uniform and consistent paggamit mo dito doon sa mga ipopost mong materials or visuals. So for example, this is a Facebook page called Women Deliver, a non-profit organization. So taking a look at their logo, very simple, no? It's just a thick arrow, yellow in color, behind a white background. So if you look at the logo, parang pag ni-rotate mo siya, it would form the letter W, maybe for women, diba? And we have some connotations about arrows. Like for example, it may mean progress, change, or empowerment, diba? Let's also notice the color scheme. The red, the yellow, the white, and the green, as well as the use of the text font style, the typography that they use. So this is another visual from them. We can see that they maintain the red, the green, and the white color scheme, as well as the typography. Meron silang makakapal na text in all caps and smaller text, subtext. So this is another visual from them. So they still have the green, the yellow, and the white as their main colors. And then their icon or their logo is seen here. But they created some variation of the arrows. Now we can see some yellow and blue and pink arrows in different sizes just to create variety. Okay? So kapag nakita ng tao na yun yung design, yun yung material, I know which campaign posted this one, because you are able to establish the brand by means of being consistent with the colors and the typography. So once again, for your homework, you have to think about a campaign name and an online event. Okay? So since you will be thinking about the online event already, think about the focus of the campaign. What is the objectives kaya na pwede nating that you can come up with. So this is an individual. Next online class, you will be pitching your ideas, and the best ideas na maaari na nating gawing campaign name ng klase will be receiving more points, 3 points maximum. Some might receive some, or most of you will probably receive 2 or 1 point. If you don't submit anything, you will receive 0 points. Points will also be given to the members of the group who thought of the chosen topic for the class. And the leaders who will volunteer, 2 per group, will also be given an additional 1 point for now. Okay? So that's it for today. Good luck with your homework.